Hey guys, what's up? It's once again mp4podcast.com, and this is a video reply to the Gun Shop. Now, the Gun Shop made a video called Mass Effect Fans Deserve Nothing More. And, usually when people say this, I usually agree with them. However, on this case with Mass Effect 3, I absolutely disagree with the Gun Shop. Now, let me explain myself. Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 was a life-evolving game. While you made decisions in Mass Effect 1, which would affect you in Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3. Lo and behold, when you got to Mass Effect 3, no matter if you played it as a good guy or a bad girl or good girl or whatever, it didn't make any difference. You got the same exact ending. It had no effect on the outcome of the ending of Mass Effect 3. Now, when Mass Effect was first announced, it was said that you would have a very unique experience, and the choices you made in Mass Effect 1 would affect you in Mass Effect 2 and 3. So a lot of people had it in their head that they were going to have a different ending to the Mass Effect series. If you're a good guy, you would have a different ending. Maybe you have a good ending, or a bad guy, you would have a bad ending, or whatever it is. But that's why people were so pissed off, because they were promised a very unique experience. And when you got to the end, it made absolutely no difference what decisions you made throughout that game. Absolutely no difference. You could have played it as a good guy, you could have played it as a bad guy, played it as a guy or a girl or whatever. It doesn't make any difference in how you played Mass Effect 3. So on that footnote, I absolutely agree with the fans. Now, I understand that some fans can be out of line. We all know that some fans can be out of line. You kind of rude, making personal attacks and stuff, and so on, which I don't agree with, but I can understand why people are flipping out. All right. Now, when do I agree with when somebody doesn't owe you anything? A lot of times in movies, TV shows, comic books, and so on. A lot of people have gotten mad over endings on TV shows, and The Sopranos I thought was I didn't like it. I thought it was crap. Sopranos I say Sopranos. Seinfeld I thought was crap. Lost I thought was crap. A lot of these endings to TV shows, I don't really think they're that good. And one of the reasons because of that is because in American television production, they look at the rating systems the most. That's usually the main thing they look at, is the revenue. And if the series is doing good, keep on, make it go longer, make it go longer. We've seen that. And we never really know when a show's going to end. A lot of times shows just get canceled and we get no ending. Over in the UK, they usually have their shows planned out for 2 seasons, and that's it. They're done with. All right, because they're on a low budget, and they have less money to work with. So the writers who work in the UK, they'll write out 12 episodes, and they'll have a beginning, a middle, and an ending. Sometimes those shows, they're longer. They'll have 4 or 5 seasons, which is kind of rare. But usually in the UK, they have about 2 seasons. And I'll tell you, some of the shows that come out of the UK are really good because they're planned out. And that's why American shows, the endings are usually kind of crappy, because they're not planned out and they're just crappy. Now, I remember talking to somebody about Todd McFarlane on a message board. I think it was maybe Image Comics. They got a forum over there, and I was saying, "Oh, we'd love to have Todd McFarlane come back and do another Spawn issue, draw the whole thing." And a lot of people don't really think about it, but a comic book artist, it takes them about a whole day, sometimes 2 days, to draw 1 page. Sometimes there's 22 pages in a comic book. That's a lot of drawing. Somebody said, Todd doesn't owe you anything. I was like, when I read that, I was like, yeah, you're right. He doesn't really owe me anything. I mean, he's a CEO. He owns that toy company, Todd McFarlane Toys. And, I mean, I'm not going to tell somebody to stop doing that job. He's probably making more money being the CEO, the president of that toy company than he would be if he was sitting down drawing comic book panels. So Todd McFarlane doesn't owe me anything. I just miss Todd McFarlane. I mean, I guess in some ways it's flattering to him that people want him to draw more because, they love his work, and he was really good in Spider-Man. I mean, I love his Spider-Man comic books. The artwork that he put out was amazing. I just loved his artwork. I mean, whatever. But you know, Todd doesn't owe me anything, and I don't even buy his toys. I'm not a toy collector. Maybe sometimes I think about buying some toys, but you know, collectible things. But I'm not really a toy guy. But the thing about Mass Effect that the fans were promised a very unique experience, which they did not get. And I can completely understand where they're coming from. When you spend $60 on Mass Effect 1, when you think while you're playing this game, what decision do you want to make so you have a good life in Mass Effect 2 and 3? You really have to think about, these people are sitting there playing this game, thinking about the decisions that they're making. All right, think about it. You're playing this game that's 15 hours long, or you know, I think the second one was even longer, maybe 30 hours. You're really thinking about these decisions, you know, because you want to have a good ending. You want your character to go in a certain direction, different than the guy down the street who's playing Mass Effect series as well. But guess what? It didn't make any difference how you played the game. Absolutely no difference how you played the game. You got the same exact ending. So now that I know that, well, guess what? Just click on anything when you're playing Mass Effect. It ain't going to make any difference when you get to the end of the game. Well, it is going to make a difference now because the fans have spoke out about it, and you know they're adding an ending that's going to be downloadable. I'm not even sure if you have to pay for it. I don't really quite know. But that's why the fans were mad, because they were lied to about the experience of the game. Okay? What if, you know, you're playing Call of Duty and you say, hey, if you beat this game with all these blah, 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 is that you're going to be able to unlock this special item. And they never put that special item in there. But they told you that before you bought the game. And you're like, you lied to me. You said this thing was going to be in there if I completed these goals. It's like, yeah, but we didn't have time to do it. Yeah, but you told me. That's why I gave you $60. And that's why, again, the fans are mad. So I just wanted to, like, clear that up. You know, I think overall you covered the stories pretty good. I know personally, from some of the things I do know about, that you have messed up on a few stories. And I don't really hold that against you. One guy I know who is a news reporter says when they cover a story, they only have about 4 hours or whatever. They cover the topic, which before they go on TV and they have to talk about something. So if you see, you know, a news reporter who's going to talk about something, he's not an expert on it. He just did about 4 hours of research, and then maybe he'll interview somebody, and that's about it. And the next day, he's covering a different story. So reporters, a lot of times, yeah, they screw up here and there. But sometimes I think maybe in your case, since you do cover video games, is maybe look at it from a different point of view, or look into, and not even look at it from a different point of view, just dig deeper of why this problem is like this. You know, it's kind of like when you were mad about Black Ops on the PS3, which ran pretty crappy. I mean, you weren't really that happy, and you were vocal about that, but, you know, some people say it's, you know, the PS3 processor or whatever. Basically, it was a port of the Xbox 360 version, and it wasn't ported over that well, so it needed a few patches. So, you know, again, they rushed the game out. Basically, you know, the way to do business properly, you know, if the Xbox One is developed first and they get that one done first, put out that one, and then wait a couple of months before the PS3, make sure it's stable, then put it out. But, you know, everything has to come out for the Christmas season. And I'm not taking Xbox side on any issues. There are some games that are developed for the PS3 first and get ported to Xbox 360, and the PS3 versions are better. Sometimes ports are better because they take more time polishing them up, whatever. But once again, guys, this is mp4podcast.com. Enjoy the Terminator 2 gameplay if you're interested. It's one of my favorite retro games of all time. Take care, guys. Love you guys. Bye.
Let's go. Dominated. Let's go. Let's go.